Hello, and welcome to Girls That Love to Chat. I'm Gloria.
And I'm Rosetta.
Yes.
Welcome, everyone. And what do we have today that we're drinking, Gloria?
Oh, we have this fabulous tea. So remember the last time Rosetta had told us that she was going to the Morgan Hill Mushroom Festival. And she found this awesome tea and she ordered some because she liked it. Well, she got one. She brought one.
In.
Yes.
And it's from, again, I'm going to repeat, it's from the Kitchen Witch Gourmet. And the one that I like is a herbal tea, and it's called Peaceful Harmony Tea. And what does it have in there? Let's read. The ingredients are spearmint, hibiscus flower, cinnamon bark, lavender leaves, and stevia leaves. Sorry, lavender flower and stevia leaves.
Yes.
And I was telling Gloria how amazing it tasted. And we're going to try it today because we actually got some in and we put it in our little loose leaf tea pouches that we've shown you a few weeks ago.
Yes.
So let's
cheers.
Give it a try. Cheers.
Yes. Nice.
So what do you think?
I like it. It's not overpowering. It smells amazing. You just want to dive in. I love the lavender. I love it. And you can taste the hibiscus.
So when I tried this at the Mardi Gras Mushroom Festival,
right,
the first time I tried, I'm like, I've never tasted anything as unique as this, because a lot of teas, they smell really good. And then when you go to drink it, it's like, I don't taste anything.
Yeah.
And
they're very flat.
Yeah, and this one really is flavorful.
Yes.
Yeah.
I completely agree. A lot of flavor. It's almost like a good glass of wine. It's full body.
Yeah. And she also sent me, there's two ladies that own this company, and they also sent me this reusable tea steeping bag. Don't know if you can see that. You probably can't, but I'll take it out of this little bag. So what it is, it's reusable. It's a little pouch, and it has a drawstring at the top, if you can see.
Look how nice.
So it's reusable, and I can dunk it into my teacup to let it steep, pour it out, wash it out, and reuse it. So that's pretty nice. And they actually do sell these on their website, but she gave it to me as a free sample so that, you know, I'd be interested in buying more.
Nice.
But I really like it. Again, the name of this company is called the Kitchen Witch Gourmet.
Nice.
Yep.
So how was the weather? Was it warm? You know, they're forecasting, you know, we live in sunny California. Lately it's been kind of cool California, which I don't mind because I'm not a real heat person. And they have said, like, today we're supposed to get a little bit more of the marine layer. So it's going to cool down tonight, and then we're on our way up. And I mean, they're forecasting this weekend in the 90s.
On our way up. It was, yesterday was really hot. When you're in the sun, it was really hot.
Yes.
Yes.
So that means that we should all be prepared, because being out in the sun.
Yeah, we should all be prepared for the sun, and don't forget to put your sunscreen on, everyone. I'm a really big believer in protecting yourself against the sun. And believe it or not, so many people do not care whether they get sunburnt or not. And I'm going to tell you something. Every time you get sunburnt, you're one step closer to skin cancer.
Yeah.
So every time you walk around with that red lobster face or the arms, you're getting one step closer. So just a little tip for those of you that don't know, when you are putting your sunscreen or go out and buy sunscreen, make sure you're buying sunscreen that says SPF whatever, but says the word broad spectrum, because that means that it protects against UVA and UVB rays.
Absolutely.
And there is a difference.
Absolutely.
UVA are the rays that actually go deep into your skin, and that's the one that makes you old and wrinkly, so it ages you faster. UVB are the rays that actually burn you, so it burns your top layer of your skin, and as I mentioned, every time you get burnt, you're one step closer to skin cancer. And I have to tell you something in regards to sunscreen, because I love to use something that is made from minerals.
Right.
And mineral sunscreen, if you've ever heard of it, is amazing. And Gloria here, she makes her own mineral makeup. And Gloria, tell us a little bit about, because she said all her makeup is actually by default has sun protection in it because she uses an ingredient called
titanium dioxide. And titanium dioxide naturally reflects the sun away. I wish there was a way I could put titanium dioxide on my roof. My whole house would be so much cooler. It's that powerful. It's very interesting. If you ever do traveling and you go to exotic places, you will notice that a lot of the facilities are white because the white just reflects the sun away. Titanium dioxide is in everything. It's in toothpaste. It's in a lot of the different sunscreens. The most important thing is when you are buying something, like you said, make sure it has, you know, UVA and UVB sun protection built in. And for me, I use all of my minerals are powder. So I use my titanium dioxide, and I have a clear, and I have a version where I take and I use some makeup with it to make like a light bronzer. So if you want that sunny, dewy look without the pain, I even have a product that you can use to do that. But right now, that's very important. And moms, very, very important. Be careful with your children. It always amazes me when you'll see a mother pushing a stroller and they'll cover the top of the baby's head and they don't think, well, my baby's waist and their little feet are out.
The legs and the feet.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when you go to events like the Mushroom Mardi Gras Festival, you will notice that there's a lot of people pushing babies in strollers. So be very aware. It gets very hot.
It gets very hot. And the other thing is, please make sure that you're covering the baby. If they're not in the stroller, covering the baby with a hat. And you can get those hats that actually, when my son was younger, we had a hat that had flaps that covered the ears.
Yes.
The delicate ears. Because
Yes.
those are the ones that get burnt. And just because the parents are all covered up, make sure your child is covered up as
Absolutely.
well, from head to toe.
Absolutely.
Because that really, sun damage is, it's pretty amazing what it does. Before the age
Yes.
of 18, a lot of people are starting to get the early stages of skin cancer.
I know. Can
Yeah.
you imagine?
Yeah.
Young people. And I think a lot of it is because, when I was a little girl, my grandmother would put cocoa butter all over us and send us out to play. We had more coverage between us and the sun than we do today. So we have to be very aware. And I was listening to I think he's called a meteorologist for ABC News. And he said, be careful with the car, because a car on a sunny day like today will go to like 109 to 140 degrees in a matter of moments. So we have to really, really be careful during the sunny time. So for all of you sun goddesses who are just, woohoo, I'm so happy, be careful. Be very, very careful.
And on that note, another thing you have to be careful of, please, people, if you have dogs or pets and you
Yes.
want to take them out, I don't have a dog. I have an indoor house cat. But I found this out from a friend of mine that has dogs, and it's her pet peeve because she says that when people bring their dogs out there, their paws are like the soles of our feet.
Yes.
And if the concrete is really hot, guess what's going to happen to their paws?
Yeah, they're going to burn.
They're going to be burning.
And the dogs are, they kind of give the little hint that this is hot. But sometimes the person with the dog, they just kind of drag the dog. They pull the leash, and it's like,
Yeah.
no, pick them up, put food, those little, I call them
The
little
pads,
footies, the
whatever
little
they're
pads.
called,
Yeah.
foot pads on them.
Yes.
Just be more mindful because they're your pets. I mean, they're like kids.
Yes.
So take care of them. And I'm sure you wouldn't want to be going out with barefoot on the hot concrete.
Yes. And, I can't think of the name of the movie, but Reese Witherspoon did this movie where she went to college and she had a little dog.
Oh, yes.
So
yes.
remember, like in
Legally
her,
Blonde.
Yes.
Legally Blonde.
Legally Blonde. So in the movie, what she did is she took a little container and a bottle of Evian, of course, and she gave the little dog water. So even when you're going to take the dog out for a walk, make sure that you have water, just a little refreshment, because it's just so hot. So hot. So take care of your pets. Those are your babies.
Yep,
so take very good care of them. So what do you think about Jeopardy? I mean, all I've heard is James, because Alec Trebek, he would say, what is the color of the sky? And you'd hear him go, James. What is the color of the moon? James. Because he was so fast with the buzzer.
Really?
Yes. He said that that's what helped him go as far as he did, was because at home he would practice just hitting the buzzer.
Is it really that fast? What? I'm not sure, because I did hear on the radio, because I did not watch Jeopardy. I don't really watch Jeopardy, but I've been hearing on the radio, TV talk shows all about this James, blah, blah, blah.
Yes.
But I heard, I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that the secret to him winning was that he didn't buzz in unless he really knew the answer. But sure. You actually saw Jeopardy. You actually watched it.
Yeah, I didn't watch all of the episodes, but I watched some of them. And he had his finger on the buzzer.
Okay.
The thing that was really interesting is he said at one time that his profession is, he was a sports gambler. So he used to bet on different sports things. He lives in Vegas. But he spent a lot of time reading like children's books. And apparently when you read children's books, as we all know, they cover the gamut of different things. So there was lots of information that he was able to just kind of store and stock away. But I mean, Ken Jennings was like the person he was chasing to beat his record.
Okay,
and
yeah.
Ken, back in 2004, he won 74 games. And those 74 games amassed him $2.2 million.
Right.
Now, James, on the other hand, he only won 32 games, and he won $2.382 million.
So he won in a faster pace than Ken did. Yeah.
Yes. So you heard it here first. We're going to go on record. We think the next big challenge opportunity is going to be James versus Ken. And if they need the third person, I think what they'll do is, remember they did the computer, and it would be the three. So who is the fastest and the smartest in the world?
And I don't watch Jeopardy, and I'll be watching that.
Oh, I know.
Now that I know that these three are going to be on there.
The computer?
But this is just speculation.
Yes.
Don't quote us on this, but we're thinking that would be a great watch. Could you imagine?
Yes. I mean, because, if you go back and you look at some of Ken's performances, I mean, he wasn't Mr. Fast on the buzzer, but when he pushed that buzzer, he pretty much knew the answer. And like James, he would know, he went hunting on the board for the double Jeopardies. And like some people, you will watch them, they start at 200, they go down the categories.
Go down, yes.
No, they would go to like the thousands, and they would work their way up to whatever the minimums were.
He probably did that so he can get control and have that.
Yes.
Instead of letting someone else take the double Jeopardies and whatever.
Yes, he didn't want it to just come up by chance.
Right,
he actually went after them.
Right.
So it's a very different strategy.
Clever, yeah.
Very different strategy. So that was really, really interesting. So I had a quick question for you. I noticed that you just recently did a post on Instagram, and you were talking about some kind of berries. What were you talking about?
So I did a post on Instagram, and it was about acerola cherries.
Oh,
so have you heard of that?
No.
Okay, I hadn't heard of acerola cherries until about 3 years ago. I take a whole food-based supplement, and one of the ingredients is acerola cherries.
Oh, okay.
So I thought, I'm sure other people have not heard of this fruit. So I did some research, and I found out that it is very, very beneficial to your health.
Nice.
And they actually come from southern Mexico and the Caribbean countries.
Wow.
And they don't really taste so much.
Oh, okay.
But the way that they're used is that because they don't last very long. They what is the word for it? I can't even think of the word for it.
So like, when you go out and you pick them,
right,
you have a certain amount of time to do
so they don't last
just
very long like regular cherries.
Right.
So what they do is, the way that it's used is, they actually dehydrate them to make them last longer and put them as a powder into supplements. And they're very, very high in vitamin C, because there was a study done with all the other fruits that have vitamin C, and acerola cherries came out as predominantly higher than other fruits that have, like citrus fruits that have vitamin C. And it's a really high antioxidant, which means, for people that don't know what antioxidant means, that it helps protect your body from the toxins that we're regularly bombarded with every day, that kill or damage all your good cells in your body. So we need protection against that. So that's acerola cherries in a nutshell. And now you know what it is.
Wow. Well, I think that's really good because, you know, knock on wood, I'm very grateful that I haven't gotten the bug. You know, there is a flu bug going around that, oh my God, people are sick for weeks. And I'm just very fortunate that, like you, I take a lot of supplements just to, you know, combat the toxins and the free radicals that are just going all around our bodies. So this is something good to know about. So, because I do like vitamin D3. I'm not out in the sun that much, and we all have vitamin D3 deficiencies. And so I'm always thinking about that. And, you know, like you said, vitamin C, it's very important right now, because when you're out in the public environment like you and I are, we have to kind of make sure we're going to be okay.
Yep, for sure.
Excellent.
For sure.
Excellent. Well, I tell you, as always, it has been wonderful for us just getting together and talking and having a lot of fun.
And I love this tea.
I do too.
Very nice.
I really do.
Peaceful Harmony.
Yes.
That's what it's called.
Oh, I love it. So, another fun opportunity. And if you'd like to view more of our chats,
you can actually subscribe below so you can view more of our chats. And thanks for tuning in again. And to remember to always keep smiling.
Bye.
Bye now.